Sex ed. Having the talk can be a very awkward conversation for any parent, also for the kids. But should a phone app replace that uncomfortable milestone chat? So there's a new app that apparently teaches sex ed in many ways. Interestingly, only 24 states in the U.S. mandate sex ed. 13 states require it to be medically accurate, which means that half the states that require it doesn't necessarily need to be medically accurate. So who knows there? So Juicebox, this is the first and only resource for sex ed in terms of apps. Before we get into the actual app, do you like this idea or not?
Well, I think as a second line, maybe. I think sex education should start at home with the parents and in school. And if there's something you didn't get between those two, maybe you go to the app and fill in the gaps. Like, I didn't get that part about whatever.
It's putting things that they may not have been emotionally or sexually mature ready-wise, and it's on, you know, it's not governed by any...
But I would argue...
Your dad was a surgeon. Did he talk to you about sex? No.
You know, I was just taught that, you know, all men want to do is have sex. That's all they're thinking about. That's all they want to do, and, you know...
Is it true?
I think it is.
What have you learned 20 years later?
So since kids,
right.
but let me ask you this. Kids are very comfortable with social media apps. In this app, the one thing I like about it is it's anonymous and it allows teens to look through questions that have already been asked. So maybe they have a question about sexually transmitted diseases. They also get answers from sexual health educators. So I remember being a child and having a lot of questions. Luckily, I don't even know if my parents know this, but there was a book downstairs, and what was the old school book?
The Joy of Sex.
Yes.
I found that.
I read that thing maybe
Cover to
20 different
cover.
times, and I was like, yeah, I got this figured out. What's up?
What? The Joy of Sex?
You never
Yes.
read it? That's like the...
I wrote it. No.
I feel bad for children who, let's just say you are in a state, you get no sex ed, and your parents are too uncomfortable to have a conversation. You need answers, and you sure as heck don't want to get them from your buddies who don't know anything. And so I think some sort of resource, if done appropriately, can be beneficial. It has to be tasteful.
Well, how do you draw the line with that? If it's online, they can get that. They can get porn. They can. I mean,
Well, they can get porn anyway, is my point. So if a child has access to porn, which all of them do now, that's what they think is real. And all the studies that are coming out, look,
not, right.
Hyposexual, or what's the term?
Hyperactive sexual desire.
Yeah, all these kids now, they think that the porn industry is the normal sexual life out there. So they're so, quite frankly, messed up from that because they think that's normal.
We're all getting messed up from that.
No, but there is something to be said. But
that's a tough act to follow. But getting to your point, it should start at home with the parents.
But if it doesn't,
because that all of these things that they're being thrown at, the pornography and the sex ed goes hand in hand with that, and the STDs go hand in hand with that. I
would have used this app when I was a kid.
You would have?
Absolutely. I was so interested in it. I mean, I was. It's fascinating because, look, I'm interested in, obviously, medicine, all these other things. I was a nerd. I was like, oh, yeah.
There you go.
Was that that was about the age you read it?
I don't know about that.